We are now about to end 2 months that were designated from the time of creation to be months of Nisim, of miracles, where HaKadosh Baruch Hu would perform miracles to Am Yisrael historically, the months of Adar and Nisan. And indeed, when we see the devastation happening around us, and we stand in awe with what we see, what we hear. The last months shattered the world and left us watching in disbelief the passing of tzaddikim, all of them tzaddikim, Hasidim, Rabbanim, Rashi Yeshivot, Gedolei Israel. Certainly, one may make the mistake and think that there is a total eclipse from HaKadosh Baruch Hu to us, but it's not so. We have to be very strong and believe that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is performing thousands of miracles every single minute of every day of these months. We have what to compare to, and even though there is no reason for comparison, we know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is there performing miracles every single minute. It's part of the chesed of HaKadosh Baruch Hu that this Magefa came in the months of Adar and Nisan, in the months that are designated and empowered to bring about Nisim v'Niflaot to Am Yisrael. We're becoming now into a new month, the month of Iyar. It's also a very auspicious month. There's many features to the month of Iyar. I'd like to just point out a couple of them that are very pertinent to what's happening around us. In the month of Iyar, Am Yisrael for the first time began to eat the man, the bread that came down from heaven. That man that came in the month of Iyar lasted for the 40 years in the desert, and Am Yisrael was privileged to have this heavenly bread that David HaMelech called, when praising HaKadosh Baruch Hu for his miracles, Lechem Abirim, the bread of the mighty, where Rabbi Akiva tells us that it refers to the angels. This is the bread that the angels, the man, had the characteristics of the bread that the angels ate, whatever nutrition, obviously of a spiritual level, came to them. And Rabbi Ishmael says that it's lechem shenivla beramah evarim. The word abirim is similar to evarim. And Rabbi Ishmael says it's a bread that comes and it's absorbed in the 248 organs that we have, which means that every nutrient that is needed for a specific organ is directed to it. There is no waste. Every bit of man that came to them was to bring about nourishment, not only sustenance, but nourishment, and above all, it was the source of a vigorous health that Am Yisrael had in the desert. So the man represents health, represents refuah, and it served as such for the 40 years in the desert. The other feature of the month of Iyar is that in this month also, the Be'er of Miriam, the famous well that came in the Zechut of Miriam, that followed Am Yisrael in the desert for 40 years, that Be'er began also giving its water, that well began giving its waters in the month of Iyar. It's again a Be'er, a well that is connected to Refuah through the desert, through the years that Am Yisrael had it, and until today. The Be'er of Miriam is prominent to Refuah, to healing. The Chachamim tell us that when the Be'er was no longer needed in the desert, HaKadosh Baruch Hu brought it and put it into the Kinneret, the Yam Tveria, the ocean of Tveria, and that's where the Be'er Shel Miriam is still today. The Arizal confirmed it. The Medrashim bring us stories of people that drank water from the Kinneret and healed from many sicknesses. There's even a funny anecdote in the Midrash of a wife that went on Motzei Shabbat to the Kinneret to get some water, and she came home late, and the husband who was sick, and she had gotten the water for him, got very abusive, and in the process the container broke and the water splashed. What splashed on him, every drop that splashed on him, he healed in his body, and the rest was wasted. So proof to not only not to be abusive, but certainly proof of the properties of health that come together with the Be'er Shel Miriam. To that effect, we find in the Shulchan Aruch an interesting custom that tells us the following. I will read it to you. V'yesh omrim, there are those that say, Ledalot mayim bechol motzei Shabbat, to draw water every motzei Shabbat. Ki be'era shel Miriam sovev kol motzei Shabbat kol ha'be'erot, because the be'er of Miriam goes around all the other wells in the world on motzei Shabbat. ומי שפוגע בו וישתה ממנו, and if anybody is so lucky as to encounter the Be'er of Miriam in the water that he's drinking on Motzei Shabbat, yitrape mikol tachaluav, he will heal from all his sicknesses. And therefore there is still till today a minhag of many people that will drink water, will draw water from the tab, and will drink water on Motzei Shabbat after Havdalah, to be zoche to the Be'er Shel Miriam that is the source of refuah for Am Yisrael forever and ever. Something interesting is happening in the world with the Be'er of Miriam. It's in the Kinneret. The Kinneret historically has been drying up, and the gauge is going down and down year after year. This year, not only is it full, they're meeting next week, the experts, to decide whether to raise the dam because it may overflow. And a decision that they were never confronted with in the last 30 years. The Be'er Shel Miriam is all powerful in the Kinneret. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is sending extra dosages of refuah to the world. And it all happened during these months of winter. We know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is there, and He's in the process of the miracles that are of daily occurrence. Refuah is in the project of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Let us drink from Be'er Shel Miriam, an easy solution, Be'ezat Hashem, to refuah, to drink after Havdalah. But beyond that, let's understand that the month has all the characteristics that are required for refuah, and there is nothing more in the world today that is imminent for the existence of the world to continue. So, Be'ezat Hashem, we should be zocheh to that refuah, all of Am Yisrael. The month, the name of the month, Iyar, is the acronym of Ani Hashem Rofecha. Aleph is Ani, Yud Yud is Hashem, Resh is Rofecha, I am Hashem your healer. That's the name of the month, and that's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is very ready to do for us. Be'ezat Hashem, we should be zocheh to refuah shelema, all of Am Yisrael and the entire world, that there should be no more tzar. And yes, also in the month of Iyar, Shlomo HaMelech set the foundations of the Beit HaMikdash. He began the construction of the Beit HaMikdash. We should be zocheh soon to see the construction of the third Beit HaMikdash, B'mera b'yamenu, with refuah shlema l'kol cholei Amo Yisrael, and beracha ve'atzlacha We will see the Mashiach, we will see the Beit HaMikdash, all in the month of Iyar, all in the power that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives Am Yisrael, and Be'ezrat Hashem, we will zoche to all the berachot in the world, and Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach, מירושלים עיר הקודש, במהרה תיבנה ותיכונן במהרה בימינו אמן.